Today's episode of This Week in Startups is brought to you by SurveyMonkey. Go to try.surveymonkey.com/twist and sign up for a free trial. And MailChimp. Manage lists with up to 2,000 subscribers and send 12,000 emails per month for free with MailChimp.
Today on This Week in Startups, it's our Seoul Meetup. Can you believe it? It's our second one. 3 amazing companies are going to pitch us their ideas live from Seoul, South Korea. The This Week in Startups train is moving, and Tyler's going to have some insights. Stick with us.
That's what it's all about, man. They said money is the root of all evil. What? Funny how it feeds my people. Yeah. We ain't gonna live like equals until we get the money, spend the money, and defeat you. Yeah. Money is the root of all evil. What? Funny how it feeds my people. Yeah. We ain't gonna live like equals until we get the money, spend the money, and defeat you.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. This is This Week in Startups. If you've never watched the program before, let me give you a brief primer. We talk about startups. We do it every week. The show is called This Week in Startups. That's because every week we talk about startups. We've been doing it for, it feels like 10 years, but it's actually, Tyler, just over 2 years. 2 amazing years of talking to entrepreneurs, talking to angel investors, talking to aspiring entrepreneurs, talking to students, talking to clients, talking to technologists, talking to journalists about what making great companies is all about. And now one thing I want people to keep in mind is that the world is round. And there's a lot of countries in it. And entrepreneurship and innovation is no longer in the internet space the domain of the United States of America. I mean, let's face it, we do have most of the largest global brands.
In fact, the U.S. is no longer the biggest internet market.
Well, no more, of course not. You know, and we all knew that would happen someday. Listen, the United States had a great 15-year run in running the internet, but it's over. And now you have China, and now you have India, Japan, Russia, all of these other great countries producing amazing startups, and their populations are online, broadband is penetrating, and in fact, this isn't really something that's nationalistic anymore. We've seen Google makes more money outside the US than in the US. Groupon is a global phenomenon only after a couple of years, and people are knocking off Zynga's games in every country possible, and you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
And there's the whole mobile thing. It's like,
and the mobile thing. I mean, listen, we're learning so much from Japan.
That's why, well, Korea as well.
Korea as well.
That's why tonight's kind of
SK
interesting.
Telecom.
Yeah.
And tonight's going to be great. And you know, we had the first Seoul meetup, and we were, frankly, blown away.
Yes.
Because the London meetup and the Paris meetup, those took 3, 4, 5 meetups for it to really start kicking in, right?
But you kind of expect London and Paris to kind of have their game together.
Well, you expect London, but you don't necessarily expect Paris, because Paris has traditionally been, and we've learned that this is no longer the case, but Paris has traditionally been the place where entrepreneurs flee. Mm-hmm. But now, like Louis, he ran for the hills. He said, I'm going to Silicon Valley. But now, hey, some of these companies...
Well, he tried it there first.
And he tried, yes. And now, but you can actually, from the campfire incubator we saw when we were there for the live...
Kitchen?
Le campfire.
Camping.
Le camping. Le camping.
Yes.
Like, it's amazing. Great stuff going on around the world. People are making great products around the world. And you, if you're in another country, you do not need to be afraid of the American companies or think that just because you're not in America, you can't build a world-class, amazing company. Spotify, Skype, I mean, a lot of great companies, Baidu, Yahoo Japan, Naver, Down.
You didn't even start with the Israeli ones.
Yeah, and then there's all the Israeli companies, which they have terrible names for the companies, but they make money and they really change the world. They have these incredible technologies there. It's no longer just America's game. It's no longer just Silicon Valley's game. We're seeing great centers of innovation, Austin, DC, Boston, Chicago, Seattle, Los Angeles, San Diego, boom, bang, boom, bing, boom, bong, everywhere. The Apprentice. I started to sound like Donald Trump. Anyway, before we get into seeing these great startups, I just want to tell you about one great startup that is now. Did you read the story that SurveyMonkey is worth
$1 billion?
$1 billion. The SurveyMonkey, everybody thinks, oh, SurveyMonkey is like, this is like a little boutique company that does this one little thing. You know what? They do it so goddamn well. The company's worth $1 billion, and they're buying up other companies. Dave Goldberg, old friend of mine, he did Launch.com, which was a big music site, one of the first, and he sold it to Yahoo And then he took over SurveyMonkey, and he has grown this into a juggernaut. And he's grown it into a juggernaut because the product is so goddamn good. We use it all the time here. As a matter of fact, Mahalo is just launching an iPad app and an iPhone app for like a celebrity, an up-and-coming, well, actually, no, an arrived celebrity, and I don't think I can say the name, but we sent her fans actually I can say it, Jasmine V. Jasmine V, great artist, you can look her up, 900,000 followers on Twitter. We sent her fans a little survey saying, hey, if we made an app, would you buy it? iPad, iPhone, Android, what do you have? Hundreds of responses start coming in. Her fans are rabid. Now we know, well, of her fans, how many have Android, how many have iPad, how many have iPhone? Entrepreneurs are usually scared to talk to their customers because they're afraid of rejection. Yeah. You have to get over this fear. You have to start talking to your customers, but don't just talk to one, survey a lot. And then take that information and then bring it to the meetings and discuss it and say, hey, listen, I've got some statistics here. Let's make some decisions based on facts. That's what SurveyMonkey lets you do, and it is great. I've been using it for 3 or 4 years. I use it at Weblog Sync. Wait a second. I'm losing track of time. I'm getting old. It's like 6 years I've been using this goddamn product. It is awesome. And we only allow products on this program, if it's your first time, that are whitelisted approved. If Tyler and I don't love the product, it's not going to be on. I'm not going to. You think I'm going to sit here and I'm going to start pitching you on something that I don't believe in? I've made my money. I don't need to do that. I will only pitch for things I believe in, and I believe in SurveyMonkey, and I know you'll love it too. It's free if you want to do just 10 questions and 100 responses. Go ahead, try it. It's amazing. Use the free product. They love if you use the free product because they know your business will grow, and if your business grows, then you'll be able to afford the very affordable, elegant, delicious, yummy SurveyMonkey. Try.surveymonkey.com/twist. 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 If you love this program, if you love this free content, for the love of God, I'll end this commercial right now, but I just want you to tweet it. Thank you at SurveyMonkey for sponsoring This Week in Startups. And buy the goddamn product because it's so good and so affordable. Tyler, you want to add anything?
When Jim Lanzone dropped real quickly, like it's an upcoming episode, right? And he was saying when he did Clicker,
President of CBS.
now president of CBS Interactive, and he said his company Clicker that CBS acquired, which led to him becoming president of CBS. He started Clicker with Goldberg.
No, I don't think so, did he?
I think he said, yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that. It's a well-known fact, huh? Wow, that's very interesting. Maybe it was an angel investor.
But he said he sat down and started thinking and with Goldberg, and that's what...
You think people can hear when I drink my tea and I go... Does the microphone pick that up, guys?
Let's hope.
Can I get a confirmation? It did, yeah, okay. Sorry about that. Let me try one more time. I'll do it a little bit quieter. Didn't pick it up, right? Okay, good. Just want to get a thumbs up. All right, enough shenanigans. God, I love you, SurveyMonkey. This is great. I just love the fact that not only do we have, I'm the luckiest guy on the goddamn planet. Nobody knows it more than me. Not only do we have fans of This Week in Startups, we got fans who are willing to go spend weeks putting together local meetups based upon watching the show, the love of entrepreneurship. And Jason DeMont is one of those. Jason, are you there?
I'm here. How are you?
Jason, it's great to hear from you again. It's great to see you. How's everybody doing in Seoul? What time is it there?
It is 12 p.m. on Saturday. Everyone's doing great. Good to talk to you, too.
And you got 50 people to show up on a Saturday?
We got more than 50 people this time. I think we're at 125.
Wow, let's hear it for Seoul. Awesome, yeah. Look at that, 125 people. I can't believe it. I think it's the largest meetup, tied with London. London gets like 150 people. You know what's going to happen? I guarantee you a year from now, this is going to be 300 people. We're going to start charging for tickets, and Jason's going to make a little money. Yeah, how about that?
I wouldn't be surprised if he put a couple dimes in his pocket on this one.
This is what I want to happen. I want to see the spot, Kirsten and everything. I want to see those, Jason, I want to see those folks be able to make a little cheddar off running the event so that, hey, they can pay their rent. And maybe if they deserve to make a little bit, maybe get a couple sponsors. So anyway, hey, Jason, congratulations on getting 125 people. Where are you recording today?
We are in Seoul, sponsored by the KCC and KISA. KCC is a top-level government agency equivalent to the FCC in the United States. They're in charge of making policies and regulating the telecommunications industry. Also, got my co-organizer here, Richard Min from Soul Space from last time as well.
Oh, yeah, Soul Space. How are you doing?
Well, doing very well, thank you.
Well, thank you so much for
To have all
hosting.
these guys here for you.
I appreciate that, and thanks for everybody spending their Saturday with us. Immediately after this, we're all going to go for Jim Young on me.
All right.
Okay, very
I
good.
forgot to say, Jason, I'd love to get my beak wet. Thank you.
Yes, get your beak a little wet there. Hey, so you had a whole bunch of companies apply, you had a whole bunch of people pitch, but you had 3 winners, 3 crowd favorites. Can we hear from the first?
Yes, let's get started. So first up, we have the founder of Shaker Media, David Lee.
David Lee, let's hear it for David Lee. Oh, the microphones are working great. I can't even hear the audience. I just hear the perfect microphone. That's great. David, how are you doing?
I'm great, thank you. How are you over there?
We're great. You know the rules. You've got about 60 seconds. Tell us about Pixel Ammo.
I think we got it a little bit
I'm sorry,
backwards.
Shaker Media. Shaker Media. Tell us. I'm sorry. So then your name's David Lee. David Lee of Shaker Media. Sorry about that. We had the order in wrong on my paper here. David Lee of Shaker Media. Tell us what you're doing.
Written content on the web is a tough business to be in, but video, it's booming. Shaker transforms written content to video automatically. What Mahalo did for web how-to guides, Shaker does for all written content. I'm David Lee, founder of Shaker Media, and we are reimagining the whole written web as video. Making the leap from written word to video used to be out of reach for the little guy, like your average blogger. Average blogger now meets Shaker. Paste in your story, choose a few related photographs and video clips, or let Shaker do it for you automatically using semantic analysis of your story. The whole process takes less than 60 seconds from words to video. It's that easy.
Okay.
Bottom line, Shaker has reduced the amount of time it takes to produce video from hours down to less than 60 seconds. Anybody with lots of written content can integrate video into their production and cost model for very easily.
Okay. Very good. Let's hear it for Shaker Media. Okay, so you are in the process of getting ready to launch, and I'm trying to find an example of what it actually looks like, because it's hard to tell without seeing it. But from what yeah.
We've got a demo video up there, and you can also see our site at sha.kr, but you need to be a Facebook friend with one of our existing users to be able to view the content.
Right. And you were at TechCrunch Disrupt last year, and you did pretty well. Trying to find where we can see this. An actual, is there a place where we can see one of the videos?
Jason would have sent across.
What's that?
There's a Vimeo link that Jason would have sent across.
Oh, okay, let's take a look here. I'll see if I have it. I don't have a Vimeo link. You guys got a Vimeo link back there? I really feel like I want to see this, because you know what? I'm always very reticent at anything that makes people go this fast. Because if you can go that fast, then you can, one of the nice things right now about video is there is a barrier to entry, right, Tyler? Mm-hmm. And so before we get into how we think your pitch was, let's just talk generally about the space. The fact that there is a barrier to entry is a good thing. We like the fact that there's a barrier to entry. But oh, here we go. Here's the video from Vimeo, and oh, this is more like a product video, I guess. What are we seeing here? Can you see the screen?
I can't see the screen, but I can just describe what you're seeing based upon my memory. That's the editing process. It can be an entirely automated process to create video from words, or it can have a person choose the related photographs and choose the keywords. So we do semantic analysis of the story. It could be a blogger story, it could be a news article from the web, it could be a person looking for the keywords, or it could be a semantic engine looking for the keywords. Once we have those keywords, we do a Yahoo image search, a Flickr search, as well as a Google YouTube video search. And we pull in the related media and put it all into a video template. You know, if you look at CNN.com or CNN on TV, every single one of their videos is, every single one of their shows is template-based. What they have is somebody dragging and dropping video clips or photographs into these templates. That's work that a monkey can do, and if a monkey can do it, well, like MailChimp, the monkey can do it, then our robots should be doing it. And
Yeah.
our robots are doing it automatically.
Okay, I'm going to go with you that I agree with that, and I like the MailChimp plug in there. That was pretty subtle. So on a pitch basis, I think you summed up what you did pretty well. You didn't talk in the pitch, and we always talk about this. The pitch was clear, it was concise, but it lacked emotion and it lacked a great example. So what would have taken your pitch from what I would give a solid 7.5, 8 pitch, which would have made it at 8.5, 9, would be if you had told us an example that we could all get behind and visualize and say, hey, you had a party, or you're a restaurant, you've got a Flickr feed, you've got all these great dishes you've been taking pictures of for a year, you've got your staff, and you've got an article, blah, 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 and some recipes, and you want to put this all together into a video, but you don't want to hire a video editor, do you? Come to our site, now you've got the video, and by the way, here it is. Boom, here's this restaurant that is now putting pictures of dessert, appetizers, starters, and main courses into videos. That's what we do. We make it easy for people who don't know how to create video to make video. That would have at least, Tyler, given us something to latch onto, correct?
Yep. Yeah, I wanted, when you were talking about it, first of all, it was really good. The idea comes across, and there's certainly a wow factor to the way he was describing it, but
Yeah.
it almost comes across like too good to be true.
Right, that's why I was so desperate to see it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it has to a certain, like, is this guy full of BS kind of like,
Yes.
I want to see this, and I want some context in terms of what exactly is this doing. So if you can, and I think you could really just give a succinct example of what the best use case or two of this would be, that would go a long way.
Yeah. Also, why did you create it? A lot of times that will create an emotional bond. Hey, the reason we created this is because da 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 da. We had this problem ourselves. So those would have made it up. Now let's talk about the business. What do you think of this business, Tyler?
And
what did you rate the presentation?
I would have given that a pretty solid 8, actually.
You gave it an 8. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I gave it a 7.5. You gave it an 8. Those are good numbers for a presentation.
Oh yeah, plenty good.
Nothing wrong with the presentation.
No.
But what about the business? What about the product?
My range in terms of giving a number for the product is completely determined on this use case issue. If it's what I think it is, it could be a 9.5.
Right.
But I'm not sure because I want to hear about the use case. But the idea of like letting people generate. He's exactly right. Your premise and your pitch is exactly spot on. It's like, everything's going towards video.
Yeah.
You nailed all that. We knew that. So part of it was, I don't know that it's as important to use your valuable 60 seconds to reiterate things that we already know.
This screen shows a lot here. When you show, hey, here's a bunch of photos of Steve Jobs, drag and drop these around in the order you want them, and then it will make the video and have them fly in and out, I guess. And I guess you would put audio over it or put a soundtrack over it. So what do you think of this business? It seems just like, to me...
If it has all the built-in SEO bells and whistles for YouTube and all that,
yeah,
it could be pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah.
It could be really cool.
Yeah.
How do you charge? You didn't really get into like the business model.
What's the business model here? What's the business model?
From day one, we didn't think about business model at all. It was about transforming as much written content into video as possible. But of course, this is real life and we need to make money. So our business model is going to be a blend of taking advantage of higher video CPM and CPC advertising rates, as well as packaging up, once we package up all of these videos, hundreds of thousands, millions of videos that we create using semantic analysis of written articles. And semantic analysis is third-party technology we're leveraging that's getting better and better without us doing a single thing over time. We'll package up all of these videos and sell them as a package because you look at cable operators, even television manufacturers even today are looking at acquiring content with all the smart TVs. We'll package up this video content and sell it to them so that they can run it inside of their, cable networks or inside of their set-top boxes or televisions. Does it read, does the computer read the article? Does it actually do a voiceover with a Siri-like voice? Yeah, we've got a text-to-speech engine plugged into it right now. the more and more you listen to it, the worse and worse it sounds. So
Of
we
course.
thought text-to-speech support as a part of it, but what we'd really like to see is people who care about their content, these creators, going in and creating their own videos and doing their own voiceover or
Right.
recording themselves with their webcam.
Right.
It will take them about 60 seconds to record a 30-second clip that they can plug into it. That's something that can be done very easily, and it's something that these people, if they care about their content, I think they'd be willing to do that.
Okay, I think this business is, it's not a business yet. That's what I think. I don't buy that cable companies and people are going to buy this content because I don't think, frankly, it's going to be good enough. But I do
you don't think
think
the quality of the content is going to be good enough?
one of the things with cable operators and with the world right now is it's not that hard and expensive to make great content. We make This Week in Startups, right, for whatever, a couple $1,000s a show. You can make compelling content for that amount. There's enough advertising, enough traffic out there that the world maybe doesn't need this for that purpose, but people might very much want the tool for the purpose of making, fun videos quickly. So I disagree with the premise that I'm a cable operator. I want to buy 1 million articles. Take every Wikipedia page, read it, because I think that was what that other company was doing, where it was just reading the Quixie. What was it called? Quickie, I think.
I don't remember.
It won the first TechCrunch Disrupt, and it was really bad, I thought.
Oh, reading Wikipedia.
Reading Wikipedia
Yeah.
pages. I thought that was terrible. And I this automated reading of the Wikipedia page and having everything fly by. It's a gimmick, and it's not what people really want. What people really want is they don't want everybody to create 1 million pages. They want you to create the 10 that you really care about and to do it with love and care and dexterity and nuance. And so while this might be great for a content farm like Demand Media probably right now is jumping over the desk saying we want something like this to spam the hell out of YouTube. But that's my concern is I don't think that this content will compete with the CNN content because it's got a really professional host. That's the issue. So I don't think aiming for flood the internet with these videos and sell it to the Comcast world is the model. Right. I think the model is go to content creators who are already creating great stuff and charge them $500 a month for this tool and only have 1,000 people using it and keeping it quiet, like, hey, this tool really will help you, the content creator, go faster.
Yes.
That would be a better model to me. I give the business model a 7. I think it's really untested, but that is what happens when you're doing something innovative, right?
Yeah.
So this is innovative. It's not, the business model is not always going to be clear. What do you give the business on a score, Tyler?
It's totally dependent on the quality of that product,
Right.
which was yet to be seen. But
Right.
gosh, I love to be optimistic and imagining how cool that could be, although I'm ready to be disappointed.
Right.
But I'll give it it's a 7.58 as a business.
I'll put 7.5. All right, so the scores are solid. This is a solid job. Let's hear it for David Lee, everybody. Great job. Wow, these microphones are so good that I can't hear the audience clapping, but I can hear Jason.
Yeah, no, he had the mic down, the switch down.
Check, microphone check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem.
Yep. Up next, Pixel Ammo.
Pixel Ammo. Now Pixel Ammo. Let's hear it for Andrew Park.
Hi, my name is Andrew Park. My company is Pixel Ammo, and we make social networking games for the mobile platform. Most of us in one time of our lives has raised a dog, a cat, or some type of pet. You raise it, you love it, you feed it, you make sure that it's strong and healthy. You probably go around and tell your friends that your dog's the best. They probably say the same thing too. Wouldn't it be great if you could actually prove that your dog is the best, that your pet is the best? Do that in the form of a game. Our game is called Carry Racing. We raise this animal called a carry. You feed it, you do everything you do with the pet, and when you have it to a certain strength, you race it against your friends. You can race in real time through Wi-Fi or 3G network, and it's going to be launched in first quarter of next year on the Android and iOS. Thanks.
Okay, well done. Wow, another hard one to judge because we can't actually see it except for a little logo, but I think there's a YouTube video, so let's see if we can find it.
There's a video that Jason DeMont probably sent.
Yeah, let me pull it up here.
While you're pulling it up, I'm looking at his last game, which is called Crazy Waxing.
No,
Crazy?
sorry, it's Carry Racing.
I know. This is your last game.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yes.
Crazy Waxing is a quirky puzzle game for casual gamers. I have to say it's very kind of visually cool looking for an iOS game. How well have you done with this game here?
That game downloaded about, I think, 500,000 downloads. Right now, it's not in the app rankings anymore, but it was top 5 at one point in the free game section.
I like,
All right, here
I
we
like
go.
your design work. And the game mechanics seem kind of cool. Like the
All right, here's
premise.
something on the screen there, Ty. You
Cool.
can see it. Okay, so we're building businesses to earn money, just like Farmville. We breed our racing Carrie, a mythical creature, descended from Angel. We customize them. Okay, Tamagotchi. Show it off to your friends. Go to the race, and then go race it. And I'm guessing if we go to a race, that. And if we raise more of them, we get some customized equipment. I'm assuming we can buy some of these as virtual goods. And you can race around your friends. So this is combining. What's interesting about this game, Tyler, I think, is that it combines the Farmville crop, harvesting game mechanic with the racing mechanic of wanting to win the race and have different features on your. So it's almost like combining Farmville with like an Atari game, or a Nintendo game, right?
Well, it's also kind of like the old school Dungeons and Dragons where you have these characters that would
you build
battle
up
each
their
other.
levels. Yeah.
But they fight each other and they might have to die, or right?
Yeah, I mean it's combining two different. Andrew, correct me if I'm wrong. You're combining two different games into one: Farmville plus Mario Brothers.
Exactly, yeah. So there are a lot of SNGs out there, and social networking games, and there are a lot of racing games out there, but what we did was reintegrate it into one game.
I think it's going to work. Tyler, what did you think of the pitch?
I got it. It was clear.
You got that it was two different game types hooked together. I don't think you did.
No.
You didn't get that. So that
No.
makes it not clear. That is the main takeaway, and
True.
he missed the main takeaway.
True.
So we have to be honest about it.
Yes.
The main takeaway was...
Could have been more emotional, and it could have gone further to get me interested to download it.
Okay.
So I guess in that sense, it's 7.
Okay, Tyler gives the pitch a 7. What do you give the business side? What do you give the business side here?
Yeah, this sky's the limit, right? On something like this.
Yeah, these games will just do fantastic.
Yes.
They always do, because 1% of people, 2% of people will pay.
I'm surprised more along the lines of like having your own thing that you compete.
Well, remember we always said that about the game We Rule was people who were playing We Rule from NG Moko were like, I'm building and I'm building and I'm building and castles and this, but for what reason?
Right.
And it's like, for women,
right.
the reason of socializing with your neighbor was enough, but for men, they're like, well, I want to kill something.
Right.
I want to blow something up. I want to send. I want to kill. I want to knock that guy's fort down.
Right.
As quick as possible.
Right. Right.
And remember when we had NG Moko on, when we had the founder on, we were like, well, what's going to happen in the game? You know, like. And he's like, we have things coming, and I think they did launch like you can spy on somebody or you can send somebody in, but it wasn't never like a really hardcore action game.
Right.
That's why StarCraft, Age of Empires, and those, games, those what do they call those? Real-time strategy games, real-time strategy, RTS games, as opposed to MMOGs, massively multiplayer online games like
World of
Warcraft. So you have like real-time strategy, massively multiplayer games, and then you have social networking games. And social networking games can be like the other ones. Obviously, real-time strategy can have social components. It's going to do very well. But what do you give the business? You give the business what?
8.5.
8.5. Okay.
I mean, what do we give the product? Because I think it's kind of separate from the business.
The product looks. I'll be honest. The product to me looked really well done.
Yeah.
It looked a little too much like Farmville in the beginning, but then when it had its own racing, I felt better about it, that it didn't look too derivative. I thought the business is a 9. I think the pitch is a 6. I think the pitch was lacking. The pitch could have been much better. The pitch, this is how I would have done the pitch. The most popular game on Facebook is Farmville, and then it became Cityville or whatever. The most popular game on your iPad, iPhone are Twitch games like this game. What if you put those two experiences together? Would you have a game that's bigger or more interesting or more compelling or more competitive than those games independently? That's what we've built. Let me show it to you. Because that would make it very clear that this is a new value proposition. As opposed to when he was talking, I just kept thinking Farmville knockoff, Farmville knockoff. Who cares? But what I think would be even more impressive is if the farming part of the game occurred on your computer, but the racing part and the Twitch part occurred on your mobile phone. That would be killer. Because then you'd have a game that when I play at my desk, I'd be farming, building up my character, and then when I'm online at Starbucks or I'm, at the park, I can, I can deploy those resources. Because the harvesting thing isn't fun on your mobile phone. The harvesting thing is fun more on your desktop. But the racing and stuff is much more fun to have on here. So I think a seamless game, and I don't know that any of these games are really seamless from Facebook, to mobile. I think that's really the future. Is the first guy to figure that out, or gal, is going to really do well. Andrew, what did you think of the feedback? Any feedback for us?
No, exactly. You're right. There is the aspect of Farmville plus the aspect of racing in there.
Yeah.
And this is something that has never been done on the mobile side.
Right.
And that's what we feel that our competitive edge is.
Yeah, but this is a 100% mobile experience?
We are going to launch the mobile side in the first quarter of next year, and then mid next year, we're going to move it over to Facebook.
See, that's what I think is going to really be powerful, is when you can, on any device, play the same game and be able to really, log in with the same credentials, and I could be on my iPad to do the farming and then play the racing game on my iPhone. And you know what? There's crazy people out there. I know this sounds crazy, but the future of this is going to be people sitting in their living room with 5 devices, 4 devices. And you see it already starting to happen. People at cafes open their laptop. I watch it. I've seen this many times on a flight or in a cafe. Somebody opens their laptop. Okay, they're working. Then I see them take their phone out. Okay, fair enough. I have a phone, I have a laptop. And they're doing both. They're typing away on their email. They pick up their phone and do something over here. Then I see them go, whoop, and they take out a tablet. And they put it down. And now they've got, it looks like they're like a ninja or something like that, or a gangster taking out one weapon after the next. I got this, I got a knife, I got a billy club, I got a gun, all spread out there. But you know what? That's going to be the future of gaming, which is you and I take out, oh, who's got a tablet? Oh, you got a tablet? Throw your tablet on the table. Throw the tablet on the table. Oh, yeah, you take out your iPhone, I take out my Android phone, and now we're all playing games like this, and something's happening on the middle thing. So we're all got our first-person view of the race, and then the overview, the map, is on the tablet that somebody just threw out there. That's going to be the killer game. That's when you start getting crazy innovative. That's what you need to build, Andrew. You need to build something a little bit more innovative. Just a little bit more. I got to push you a little harder. Because right now, you've got a little innovation. It's not enough. Push a little harder and make something even more interesting, okay? Very good. Let's hear it for Andrew. He did a great job. It's amazing that I can't hear the audience clapping. I just barely hear them because of the microphone is so well set up here. Okay, next up, I think we have waffle. Is that right? I love waffles. Is that right, Jason?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, hey, great. Okay, here we go. Waffle.at, watch an ad or solve a quiz. Whoops. Oh, I'm not supposed to do the pitch here. I got the video, though, queued up. You want me to play the video? Hey, Min, do you want me to play the video while you do your talk?
Yeah, please.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to start you off. You talk whenever you're ready.
Let's say you want to do some work at coffee shop and realize that there is no usable Wi-Fi, and it's frustrating. That's when Waffle comes up. And Waffle provides a better open, free Wi-Fi connection for customers, and also a marketing platform for the owner of a venue. Once connecting Waffle Wi-Fi, customers will be asked to check in or solve a quiz. Check-in using Twitter or Facebook will share your location and post a message to friends about the venue. With that, the owner can get more exposure through social network. And also, solving a quiz is about the venue they're in, which is easy and more customizable into location-based advertisement. Currently, we're running it with 10 venues in beta, and also it's live right now in here. So everyone in this place is using Waffle Wi-Fi. And that was our service, Waffle.
Wow, okay, let's hear it. That's it, all right. I'm going first.
You know what that was like?
What was that like, Tyler?
That was like a
You want to wait? You want to think about it while I give my thing, because I know you're coming up with a great Tyler insight that shows something that is so obvious and awesome, like Mailchimp. And let me tell you something. Just stop for a moment here and tell you about Mailchimp. Mailchimp. What an amazing product! I'm going to tell you about this pitch. This pitch was amazing for Waffle, but what's equally amazing is the awesome Mailchimp. Remember, This Week in mailing lists. We use Mailchimp. Go to thisweekin.com/email and sign up. 2,000 subscribers and 12,000 emails a month are free. Social Pro features allow you to do list segmentation by clout, Twitter, Facebook. These are all important things to do. And if you're using international mailings, Mailchimp translates. All the translations are fully customizable. It's amazing, and you can tweak the language in the sign-up process, which is great. We haven't done that yet. We need to. And the free plan is always free. I use it. I love it. I cannot tell you guys enough the power and simplicity and elegance of Mailchimp. It's just one of those great, and oh my God, they've reached 1 million users. That is not a typo. They are doing awesome. Mailchimp is a beautiful, flawless product. Please go get it and start your own mailing list just for your personal site and put it up on your personal blog. Tell your friends you've got it, and then email them once in a while just an update on what you're doing in your life, and watch the magic happen. Don't be afraid to keep your friends and constituents around you informed about what you're thinking, what you're doing, what you're hoping, and what you're dreaming. Because if you do that, and more and more savvy people are doing this. They're starting their own little private mailing list to say, hey, friends, here's what I'm doing in the next 6 months. Nobody minds it. People want to know what their friends are up to. Start a mailing list today for your business, for yourself, for your projects, for your startup, whatever it is. Mailchimp is free for up to 2,000 subscribers and 12,000 emails. Tyler, we were just looking at the amazing waffle.at.
Yes.
I don't want to say anything like that, but and judge, and I don't want to, as a judge here, influence your thinking about it. But you were interrupting me to say before I started giving it.
That pitch to me felt like a. I'm trying to think of the right.
Well, let me give you my assessment while you think. So, Tyler's very tired. Tyler works really hard.
It's late. This is not the normal time we take the show.
It's 12 o'clock for you guys. I think it's 3 in the morning for us. No, it's like 8 o'clock at night, but it feels like it's really late. This was a head smacker. I mean, I just smacked my head when I heard this pitch because, I'm checking into the Wi-Fi and I don't want to pay. But if I checked in for that business, and in order to use the Wi-Fi, I had to tell my friends I'm at that business on my Facebook or Twitter profile, that seems to me to be a lot better than having to pay. And you know what? Some of these Wi-Fi networks are starting to do. I see Boingo, which Sky Dayton, who was on the program, did. Boingo now does advertising, like, hey, watch this ad and you can see it for free. That's great. But I love this idea of socially spreading it. So I love the idea of watch this 60-second ad, pay this amount of money, or hey, check in and tell your friends you're at, this great restaurant. Such a great idea. Why didn't anybody think about it? It's such an obvious idea. It's a perfect exchange of, this will open up so many Wi-Fi networks. Because right now, all these businesses are like, I don't want to open my Wi-Fi network. Get the password at the counter. Well, I don't want to get the password at the counter. I want to talk to them and then have them give me the wrong password. I got to come back. Oh, is that Capital? No, it's not Capital. Oh, it changed. Oh, it's last week. Oh, is it? It's never worked. And then some of these dopey people at these restaurants, they make the password like it's Fort Knox. As if I were to get onto your business DSL account, I could shut down a drone or something, or break into the Fed. Like, it's not Fort Knox. You don't have to have, just make the password Bulldog, or I'm hungry, or the name of the restaurant with a 0 at the end, or I don't know, whatever. But this is a great idea. Such a great idea. And to take a quiz or to view an ad, it's great. I love it. I give the presentation an 8, and I give the business a 9. 8, 9.
Thanks.
That's what Jason gives it. Now, Tyler, what did you think?
How are you going to charge? What's the pricing for this, for the business?
Oh, what is the pricing?
Yeah.
It's just like the price of whatever web servers cost. Maybe you pay $50 a month or something for the waffle. What does waffle cost? What does waffle cost if I'm a local business? $50 a year?
For coffee shop.
Yeah.
We are currently making a partnership with coffee franchise, so we are now negotiating price. But however, it will be as low as 15 per month, maybe.
$15 a month.
Yeah.
Super cheap, yeah. Super cheap. Because you're not providing the internet access. They have the internet already, right?
Yeah, but if they already have internet access, we will cost like that. But if we don't have internet access, so we should pay more. Maybe.
Right. Right. So you'll charge them more if they don't have internet and give them a package. But if they have internet already, just $15 a month, well worth it for that functionality. Just like software, $200 a year, easy. So what do you think?
Yeah, I like it.
What did you think the pitch?
The pitch was a bit confusing.
A little bit confusing for you, I see
because
that.
he was talking social media and SMS and Wi-Fi, and
Yep.
I was like, wait a minute.
But I got it immediately because I was watching the video.
Right.
The video was very clear. When you see the person connect here, and then they say, oh, check in, Wi-Fi, simplify, boom, and you can go share it, boom, on your Twitter or your Facebook. Where do you want to share it? Boom. I get it. Go into your Facebook, and you're done. Boom. You're sharing it on your wall that you're there. They love it. Boom. He puts in a little message. I'm here. Here's my Facebook account information. Done. I love it. I think that's such a great idea.
Yeah.
So what do you give it, Tyler?
Well, the idea, like I said, the pitch confused me the way that he explained it. So it was sort of, but it was a kind of a translation issue, lost in translation issue.
So you can't blame the guy for that.
No, I can't really blame that. But so it was like a 6.5 on the way that he described it.
Okay, you felt the presentation was a little weak.
Yeah, because I think that the format for that kind of a presentation is, imagine you're at a coffee shop. You know, you have to take them on the ride that they are in the first person.
Tell it like a story.
Yes.
How many times have you gone to a coffee shop, been faced with a password for the Wi-Fi, and not wanted to pay, or gone to a Wi-Fi network you didn't want to pay? Would you trade, instead of $1.99 for an hour, or $4.99, or $9.99, the average price of Wi-Fi is $8?
Well, there's two.
Would you trade $8 for simply checking in on your Facebook or Twitter?
I would tell two different stories. I would say,
and I would do audience participation. How many raise your hand?
I would do imagine you go into a coffee shop, and you have the Wi-Fi, and then I would also say, now imagine you're a coffee shop owner.
Yeah.
And then you can explain both benefits.
Yes. Imagine you're a coffee owner and you've got a choice. Have 50 people a day tell their friends on Facebook they're at your coffee shop, or make $8 every 3 days off of people buying Wi-Fi. Which would you rather have? Because nobody's buying that Wi-Fi, I don't think, at a coffee shop. They'll wait till they get home, they use their mobile phone. It's at airports and stuff like that where people want to pay for it, where they get a nice high-speed, secure one like Boingo. But yeah, so what do you give the business?
Business could be great. So I would say it could be very quick. So I would say 9. Yeah.
Okay, all right, right up there. Very good. Let's hear it for Min Koo Lee. Min Koo Lee, well done. 감사합니다. 감사합니다. That was pretty good, huh? My Korean's pretty good.
감사합니다.
감사합니다. Okay, let's do one more. We're going to go overtime. We're going to do one more, and it's going to be. Jason, I'm going to leave this one up to you, not the voting. This is your prerogative as the moderator in the local, not voting. I want Jason to make a decision as to what your favorite is. Don't just pick what was number 4 in voting. Think about it for a second, Jason. Which one does Jason like the best? This is Jason's priority.
All right, I'm going to switch it.
Whoa, controversy. Here we go.
I'm going to do Remote Con Jongin Cha.
Okay, let's hear it for him. Remote Con Jongin Cha. Okay, look at that. You made it. You made it.
Thank you.
Okay, let's hear your pitch.
My name is Chongi Cha from Cotton Interactive. We're video expert and application developer. We realized we're surrounded by smart devices every day, but our TV at home does not have these smart features. So what we're trying to do is, with our application and our infrared device, it will create a bridge between your phone and your TV and make your TV smarter. The step is simple. Just connect our infrared device into your phone, and our application will automatically sync with your TV program. And when you change the channel with our remote control, our application will show you all the information about that program in real time. And one more thing, our viewer analyzing engine will provide you with more personalized TV watching experience. Our application and our infrared device is already developed. Our viewer analyzing engine will be ready in March. So with our application and our infrared device, your phone will become a smart TV. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Okay, so this is really hard for us to imagine because we've seen this, we've heard this idea before. So you put some sort of infrared device on the phone or on the TV in order to what? To make it a remote control? What are you exactly trying to do here?
When you plug in the infrared device into your phone, it will sync with the TV program that you're watching. So in real time, you're getting all the program information on your application.
So now,
define program application, the program information.
Yeah, what do we get on our phone?
You'll get. Say that again?
Yeah, what am I going to get on my phone? What will I see? Will I just see who's the cast and crew? Will I see the summary of the story? What am I going to get that's so great?
Okay, the program information that you're going to get are like the information about the program, product advertisement that is related to your program you're watching. So let's say you're watching a program and you see a t-shirt that you like and you want to buy it, but instead of using the computer, the product will show up on our application. So instead of getting up, you could just purchase it right on the application.
Okay, here's the thing. This is starting to happen in the United States. Yahoo has an application called Onto or Into. Have you heard of this application that syncs over the audio?
Yes.
Why would I use your solution instead of theirs that doesn't require hardware?
Our application finds out where your location by GPS. So everywhere you go, all you need is our application and the device. And you could watch the program information from China. You could watch the program information from Japan. So everywhere you go, you'll find it on GPS, so you can watch it everywhere you go.
I don't
understand. Try one more time. I'm gonna know. You'll know my location through the device, and then you'll be able to give me program information from Japan or from New York.
Okay, I see what he means.
Is that what you're saying?
Okay, let's say you go to Japan, or let's say right now I go to LA and I use our application. But the GPS system will automatically pick up my location and show me all the channel information that I'm watching on TV in LA.
So that would be like the TV guide or that kind of stuff, like the programming guide?
Yes, it will show everything about TV program, including the product information. Let's say you're watching a music program. They'll show you all the information about that music too.
Okay. All right, Tyler, what do you think? What did you think of the pitch? What do you think of the business idea here? I'll let you go first on this one.
Yeah, we're starting to see a theme with the Korean pitches, which they lack emotion.
Right. They lack storytelling and emotion.
Yes.
Right.
But that isn't that hard to fix.
That's easy to fix.
The ideas are very cool and very practical.
Yeah.
So I really
solving real problems.
Yeah, I really like the idea. You guys just need a lot of work with your pitches to make them real emotional.
Yeah, but in this idea, to actually sync what's on TV with my phone, it's already sort of happening. And I think Onto has really advanced this pretty far with creating discussions and social networks around the shows you watch. So I used that on The Walking Dead for the finale, and there was 400 comments on Into Now is the name of the Yahoo program. And I thought that community around
I was about to say
was better.
A fun...
Like, I don't care about the shirt in The Walking Dead, especially not if zombies wearing it. But I think people want to discuss the show, and they want to they want to geek out about the show.
Yes.
That to me is the key.
Yeah.
I don't know that
like
people want to do commerce. Maybe because I'm a guy.
Is what you're describing like a shared chat room around
like a
the
message
show?
board more than a chat room, so you don't have to be there in real time, and you could write a lengthier response. And vote on things in the show. You know, kind of like that. Like I also like the idea of checking into the show. Like just from using Yahoo's app, just to know which one of my Facebook friends and Twitter friends were actually watching the show was kind of interesting. And then to see how many people liked the episode or didn't like the episode was kind of interesting as well to me.
Yeah, the buying the products and just the examples that you gave weren't the greatest examples that you could come up with, I think. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's clearly a platform. It's hard to judge. I think the pitch, I'm going to give the pitch like a 6.5, and I'm going to give the business like a 7. I think it's interesting, but it's not a slam dunk yet. And I think it's because it doesn't have the killer app yet. Like, why do I really want to use this? The 2-screen experience is real. People are using 2 screens, 3 screens at a time.
Yeah, would you agree the best 2-screen experience you've seen is the one that we did at the tablet conference, where it was like the Disney movies where you watch on Blu-ray, not on TV, and then it shows the artist renderings of...
Yes, that was the best one. That's among the best I've seen. The other ones I've seen are sports ones that aren't in the market yet.
Right.
Where I'm watching a sports program and it's giving me real-time statistics, and I can bet on, not for real money, but I can bet on what's going to happen on the next play. So that's where it sort of gets interesting, is like if you're watching football and you could say, oh, what would you do next? And then your friends are voting, and I could see that becoming really interactive.
Right. And like the Blu-ray
Or like
guys.
you get to the commercial break, and the commercial break is,
Quiz.
what did you, what I would like is a slider of how much I'm enjoying the show in real time. Like almost like a dial. Somebody make that. So I'm watching the program, and when I see something I like, when I'm liking the moment, I'm turning it up. And this is getting boring. I'm turning it down. So you can actually then watch what everybody is saying are the best moments in a program. So if you're watching it and you see that, you're like, oh my God, there's 2 really good there's 3 awesome moments at the end where everybody ratcheted it up to a 9, but it gets really boring for this period of time. You can actually see in real time, and I think that the people who make movies, they have something like this where people press a button, the real time, what do they call it, you know? Anybody know?
We did it for slot machines.
Yeah, you did it for slot machines, right. People would press buttons when they like something, a whole bunch, and not press when they don't like it, so you get the sort of like, oh, I'm liking this. I mean, it's sort of one-dimensional, but it is interesting. So a little ways to go on this, but interesting. What did you give the... Give us some scores, Tom.
The pitch was about a 6.5, and
6.5.
I think the business for it is, again, super practical. Call it 8.
Okay. All right. Very well done. Let's hear it for John Jin. John Jin. Very good, John Jin.
But it's almost like as a platform, it's like you said, they need to find the real use.
Yeah, they need to find the real killer thing. Hey, Jason, how you doing?
I feel really bad for skipping 4. Do you mind 30 seconds? We'll do real quick.
Okay, we'll do 30 seconds from between us. Let's do it.
Thank you very much. Jag Park.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Jag Park from BCNC. Maybe you have been often faced with sensitive privacy issues of the openness of SNS. For example, your boss can follow you on Twitter, and your grandmother can send you a friend request on Facebook. In this situation, which group of people has the biggest problem on these issues? Exactly, the couples. So we have developed the mobile service called Between that provides private online space where couples can communicate and share their memories. Between allow users to build one-on-one archive that includes the chat history, photo albums, and customized memos very exclusively. And we are now available on App Store and Android market, and we drew more than 110,000 users in 3 weeks. Thank you very much.
Okay, very good. Give them a big round of applause. Okay, this pitch was bad, but this idea is great. And if you had to pick great idea, bad pitch, or great pitch, bad idea, there's an obvious choice. The idea of a private social network amongst just your friends was the reason Facebook became so special, because it was a small group of people, right? Just people in your college. Then they said, and then it became just your family. And then they said, let's turn it inside out. Let's make Facebook like Twitter. It's open to the public. Default is on. That destroyed the intimacy of Facebook, but made Facebook grow to almost 1 billion people, and clearly it will get to 1 billion. Then Path came out, and Path was very much for people with kids and stuff like that. A small group of 50 to 150 people felt very nice. I have never, and Path 2.0, I don't know if you know this, has become a great success in the United States. Path 2.0 is doing 10 or 20 times the amount of traffic as Path 1.0. What you've described to me as a social network for two, to increase intimacy and love and joy between two individuals, is a brilliant idea. It is brilliant. I have never heard this idea before. I have no idea why I have not heard this idea before. But I guarantee you that when a gentleman signs up for this and invites their girl is going to love it. Now, everybody assumes that I am brilliant when it comes to startup companies. Right, Tyler?
Okay.
It's a big pause. And trust me, if you interview 200 people and you do this show for 2 goddamn years, you're going to become pretty smart. Forget about brilliant. People understand that I know startups, right?
Okay.
What people don't know is I understand women really well.
And Korean women at that.
And Korean women, because my wife is Korean. Women are going to love this. If you are a guy and you invite a woman to this, and you say, I want to share moments with you, they're going to go like, they're just going to faint. They're literally going to faint like, my man wants to share moments just with me? Just photos and it's going to be, this is such a great idea. It is unbelievable. And then I'd send you virtual roses. You could sell virtual goods in it. I mean, I could buy you a gift card in it. I don't know what. I could send you all kinds of little notes. It could ask you questions. Like you could come up with ice-breaking like questions. There's a cool startup in the United States called Ice-Breaking something. I can't remember the name of it. But you could ask like the question of the day. And you could prompt the men, because men are stupid when it comes to relationships. Everybody agree? Does everybody agree that men are stupid when it comes to relationships? I think they agree. The women are agreeing.
Korean guys don't seem to agree.
The Korean guys don't seem to agree. But I can tell you, guys, sometimes they don't know what questions to ask. And they don't know how to make this intimacy thing or this connection. If this application prompted the men in the relationship to say, or maybe both, and just said, tell your partner your mood. How are you feeling? Happy, sad, anxious, tired? Just sharing your mood. Or what is your favorite? What's your favorite song right now? That would create an icebreaker where your husband might say, oh, or your boyfriend might say, oh, I didn't know that was your favorite song right now. That's my favorite song. Or I never heard that song. I really like it, and I'm going to buy you the album. All these great moments. Tyler, what do you think of this idea? You've been known to date a lady or two.
And specifically Asian ladies, yes.
Yes,
so
your last 2 girlfriends were Chinese and Korean.
Last 5 were all Asian.
Okay, there you go.
I've done the whole continent.
Really? Wow.
So I have to be upfront. I'm consulting a startup in France who's working on a somewhat similar.
Was this the one we saw at Camping that was doing like?
No.
Tell me the date.
No, the one I stayed with after you left France.
Okay. So they happen to be working on the same thing in France.
And we're talking about names like instead of MySpace, it's Our Space and things like that.
Yeah.
And
so people are coming to this idea.
Yes, and I think they might be ready to launch at the launch conference. That's kind of the idea they're running, trying to do for that. And the reason is because I absolutely love the idea. I think it's inevitable, and it seems strange that it has taken this long to get
Why
to this
doesn't this exist?
Yeah, absolutely.
Such a great idea. Now, what happens when you break up with the person?
Right.
Whoa.
So that's where part of the cool business model of this is you're the first to know to give lead gen to these dating sites because this was actually the idea behind.
Is there a breakup button?
Well, no. Check this out.
And relationship?
Facebook and Visa, the credit card company, both claim to know months in advance, based on data, this couple's doomed.
On the rocks.
No, like statistically, 99% accurate. We can predict 3 months in advance this couple's going to break up. If that was true, then the idea is kind of like what you were talking about. Like we could put in some features that would let this bozo guy know this relationship's about to break up.
Hey, dumbass.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get dumped.
Right. So.
All right, let's get to it, Tyler. What's the score?
The score as a
pitch in business.
Pitch, not so great. 6.5, 7. But as a business, to me it's like a 9.5, 9. Yeah.
I'll go with you first, 9.5.
And I gotta say,
I give the pitch a 7, and I give the business a 10.
I don't speak Korean, but the video.
The business is a 10.
The video, yeah, I say 9.5. Yeah.
It's a 10. The business is a 10. It's going to be huge. I predict it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
I know. Is it going to be MySpace huge? No. Is it going to be Facebook huge? No. Twitter huge? No. Yeah. But it is going to be. This business will have millions of people. Will use it and love it.
Yeah.
And it will bring joy to their lives, and it will make them closer.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a lot of nuance in this, and you're going to need to really think about the product.
Yep.
I love the idea.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to do fantastic. It's just brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed, and thank you so much, Jason, for forcing us to do one more. Okay, now it's Jaeuk Park. Do you have any feedback or questions?
When you will break up, then we will keep your memories 1 month, and when you will reconnect with her, then we will restore all data. Or when a month passes away, then we will delete all your memories.
Wow! So either I can back it up, or you'll delete it, one or the other. Do I have the ability to back it up or no? The data?
Yeah.
If the couple gets back together, then the data comes back. If they don't get back together after 1 month, then it gets deleted.
Oh, wow. So it disappears, but I can bring it back if I want to. That's a clever, interesting take on it. I sort of feel like it's my data. I should be able to obsess over ex-girlfriends. But there is something cool about if you break up with the person, poof, it goes away. But people should know how to back up their data anyway. But it is sort of like that, let me tell you something. When you get married and then you're going to move in together, there's you have a shoebox from the last girlfriend of all the photos and the things. And you got to be like, you know what? I don't even want to bring this into the new house.
Right.
It's bad karma. You got to throw that away. That's my advice to guys. Don't hold on to that stuff. Get rid of it. Trust me, your girlfriend's your new wife or your new girlfriend or husband's gonna find it, and they stumble upon it someday. And they're gonna want to see pictures of you with your ex-girlfriend. Get rid of it. All right, this has been amazing. What an amazing roundup, Jason. Really well done. Can we get a round of applause for Jason, please, everybody? All right. Jason, thank you so much for making sure that we got that last person in, because that is a really good one.
Thank you. Thanks for cooperating. And just a quick reminder, we need one winner. They're going to win a free trip to San Francisco.
Wow.
For the launch conference.
That is amazing. Well, I'm going to give them a table at the launch conference. So they're going to have a table there to show their wares, and I'm going to give them 5 free tickets so they can bring their whole team.
Boom.
Boom. Okay. Now we have the hard time deciding. Tyler, you're going to pick my number 1 and my number 2. I'm going to pick your number 1 and number 2, and you're going to pick my number 1 and number 2.
Okay.
And this is going to be, I think, read
the names.
You remember we saw Pixel Ammo, that was the mobile game that had pets, farming, and racing. Then we saw Shaker Media. Then there was Waffle for Wi-Fi connectivity. Then you saw a remote on the remote control app, and then there was Between Us. I guess my guys lost the Jeopardy sounds.
Okay.
We used to have Jeopardy sounds. What happened to the Jeopardy music? It was better for me to sing it? Write it down, Tyler.
I got you.
Okay, I'm putting Tyler. Da 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 la dee da dee da dee Okay, I'm done. Are you done?
Yep.
Okay, tell me, what do you think my first choice was?
I think your first choice you can see on my screen. Wait, no, actually, don't show my screen. Don't show. I think your number one, is that what you want?
Yeah, number
your
one.
number one's Between Us.
Between Us, definitely.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
and my number two?
Waffle, Wi-Fi.
Correct. And I believe that you actually, and this might be the first time in the history of doing this, picked the same 1 and 2 as I did.
Pull up my screen.
Who is it?
Okay, Tyler and Jay. Oh, so you did pick it. You picked, this is the first time we both picked, and we both picked exactly right.
Correct.
It was very clear. It was very clear to me that Waffle was the best up until that moment.
Yes.
And then Jason came in with that quick save and said, you got to see this one.
Yeah.
And that one was actually slightly better than Waffle, I think.
Yep.
Waffle is great, but the Waffle value proposition, as great as it is, not quite as good as I think the Between one, which is going to be, wow, this could save relationships. This could make people, give people more joy in their lives. Doesn't mean Waffle's bad, just so we're clear.
Yeah.
Both of these is solving two different problems. We're going to give the edge.
Short-term Waffle might make more. You know,
Well, Waffle might be the better
Yeah.
business in terms of making money.
Yeah.
That's clear.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is a very strong class of these startups. I'll tell you right now. Jason, can we pull up Jason for a second? Yeah, let's give me Jason and myself on side by side. Hey, Jason, these companies are as good as the companies you'll see coming out of Techstars or Y Combinator or the Best of London and Paris. Really great job selecting the companies. Really great job organizing. Very proud of the job you're doing there for us in Korea.
I got a great team behind me that supports me a lot, so thank you to them as well. Soul Space, KCC.
Yeah,
it's a team. It's a team group.
it's really great. I got to tell you, the Seoul space is awesome. And next time I'm in Seoul, I will definitely be camped out there.
Can we just? We didn't see the screen. Was there an official announcement on the winner?
Yes, the winner was clearly. The winner was Between. The runner-up, second place went to Waffle. Second place, Waffle. I'm willing to give, Jason, both of them will have a table and 5 tickets to the event. So if both of them want to come, they can both come.
Thank you.
All right, this has been amazing. Thank you so much to Jason DeMont, organizer of the TWiST Meetup in Seoul. Thank you so much to the crew for doing a great job. I know that it's always extra work to do these and getting the sound right and getting the video right. We did a really good job this time. Thank you to SurveyMonkey and MailChimp for making these shows possible. Wow, innovation going on around the world. You saw it here, folks. Great companies out of Seoul, great companies run by great entrepreneurs, just trying to change the world just a little bit, and that's all it takes. You look at something like Wi-Fi, like Waffle did today, and you see they just pushed the envelope a little bit, and it made something great. You look at Between, social networks for everybody, social networks for a few people. Well, what about a social network for 2 people? Boom, pushing the envelope just a little bit can change things in a huge way and start a business off, and actually even our friends at Pixel Ammo there with their new game. Hey, there's this game over here, there's this game over here. What if we put them together, push the human race forward a little bit further, do a little something innovative, build off of the ideas from before. Don't just copy ideas. This is my message to the people around the world. It's very easy to say, oh, Airbnb is doing great in the United States, I'm going to copy Airbnb. The Germans have been doing that kind of stuff forever, and the Germans are getting a terrible reputation, I'll tell you. Everybody thinks, oh, the Germans just copy every idea. And that's not true, but they're getting that reputation.
We need to do a Berlin one of these, by
We
the way.
totally need to do Berlin. And I really think somebody who's a listener in Berlin needs to do it specifically because of the fact that Germany is getting such a black eye in the United States as being a copycat haven. You really need to clear the name and show us some original ideas out of Germany, because I know there's original ideas in Germany.
Yeah.
But everybody just thinks Germany is just a bunch of thieves, and they're just stealing every internet idea. They just watch TechCrunch or TechMeme or whatever, and they just copy stuff. It's not a great strategy, and it's a really blemish to the German technology community. They really need to stand up and change it. The point is, it's okay to be inspired by something, but push it forward a little bit. Think, how could I innovate on top of this? How can I make it 10, 20, 30% better? And you know what? 10, 20%, 30% better, that might be the thing that just gets the idea to boom, hit big. Facebook, not a lot of original ideas there, just wildly better executed than MySpace, right? That's the name of the game. YouTube wasn't the first video sharing service. There were zillions of video sharing services. The streets of Web 1.0 are littered with stock certificates from companies doing video sharing. But YouTube they pushed it at 10%, 15% better, and boom, did it explode. That's what it's all about. Google wasn't the first search engine either. There were a dozen before them. They did it better. Better equals success. Iteration equals success. Iterate, make something better. That's what the program's all about. Tell your friends about This Week in Startups.
Funny enough, it's doing this a new thing.
You know, I do this whole thing where I crescendo the show, and every time Tyler stops me, I got people crying in there. They're so goddamn inspired. And then you got to do one more thing. Go ahead.
Starting a social network now, people would be like, what are you doing? Like, Facebook has this locked, and it's over, and
correct.
The social network thing's done.
Right.
That is actually, people forget, a lot of the younger guys won't know this or will forget. That's where search was when Google came out.
Search was like, it's over, there's no innovation left, and they just pushed
like,
push.
Why are you doing a search engine? Yeah,
but I will tell you, search is one of those things, don't try it. It's all been done. That's one where legitimately, I don't think you'll succeed.
I'm saying social networks now.
Yeah.
It's very similar to where search was when Google launched, and people said to Google.
I don't know about that. Facebook might be the Google analogy, but you could be right. None of us know, and that's why trying is always good. Listen, you try. The worst that happens.
But that's why you got.
The worst that can happen is that you go bankrupt, you lose everything, and have to work at McDonald's. It's not the end of the well, it kind of is the end of the world. But listen, just try. And if it doesn't work out, you'll learn. You go back to work for somebody else. Don't put your kid's college fund into it. Of course, try to be reasonable. All right, listen, everybody. Now I've got to wind the whole show down again. God damn it, Tyler. Listen to Tyler. It ain't over till it's over. Keep innovating. Keep dreaming. Keep working hard. You guys are samurai. You're my warriors. We're all going to get there together. You just have to not give up. Get knocked down 7 times, get up 8. All right? That's what it's all about. We'll see you next time on This Week in Startups.